Okay, good afternoon. My name is Alia, and today I will be facilitating the Climate Ribbon Ritual with the JCCYC for their Birth Week celebration. And this year, our theme is Restoring the Earth. And today we will be participating in the Climate Ribbon Ritual. If you are familiar with the ritual, that's great. If not, we will give a brief introduction on how it works. The ritual is basically to create a safe space for environmentalists and climate activists alike to share their hopes and wishes in the fight against climate change. So the climate ribbon, similar to the AIDS quilt, is a mass art ritual to symbolize our stand in the fight against climate change. Here is a brief video just to give you a insight on what the ritual would look like if it wasn't for the pandemic, of course.
What do you love and hope to never lose to climate chaos? Take a moment and reflect on this question.
So I think the question, what do we love and don't want to lose to climate chaos? I think it really gets to the heart of something in that all of us have something to lose in this.
And then I had to take time to reflect on it myself and think about what I wanted to share, because there's so much is at stake, and climate change could affect so much, and so much of that is precious.
And it's very personal as well. I ask people to think specifically about their relationship to climate.
Now that you've held this question in your heart, write it on a ribbon and add it to the tree.
The smell of wet grass at dawn.
That tree that I planted in my grandma's yard when I was 4.
Being able to drink water from the tap.
Big skies in the painted desert.
Rivers and streams, and the sound of water hitting the rocks.
I think it gives every individual, every single person, an opportunity to share their own story, to share their voice, which doesn't always feel easy and possible, but to share what it is that is important to them and why acting collectively is so important to them as well.
Find a ribbon on the tree that moves you. It can be of friends or strangers. By tying that ribbon to your wrist, you are saying, I will be the protector of that which you most love and are most afraid of losing.
I just discovered this project, and it moved me a lot when I understood that it's only to put a ribbon on the tree, but it's also to share it.
That this is like just such a good way to do this. Maybe I will never meet this person in my life. You don't have to know someone in China, but we are connected forever now.
It's visual and it's interactive, but that it's helpful. So I'm going to take this back home, and I'm guessing that many of these classrooms are going to make their own trees now.
People can do this anywhere, and you can use an actual tree in your own neighborhood. You don't have to build one from scratch, and it doesn't even have to be a tree. It can be as simple as a string tied on a fence. The climate ribbon ritual can be done at any size, from something very small to something very grand.
So I've written for the happiness and safety of all people now and in the future, for all living things, and for the systems on which we depend.
May these ribbons be our roots to the earth and to each other. May they honor what we have lost and unite us in solidarity. May they help us weather the storm and move us to action.
Okay, so before we start the ritual, I would like to just allow everyone 3 minutes to sit in silence, to calm your mind, and to really center yourself before we start the ritual.
Jamaica and the world have seen their share of climate change effects, such as the receding shorelines or extremely hot temperatures, along with rising sea levels. That is our shared past. We all have dreams of a post-carbon future and cleaner energy, along with more sustainable practices. Here today, we have created a safe space to open our hearts to the reality of what is happening to us and our planet, our shared commitment. So what we're doing here today at this gathering and with these ribbons is to make a people's treaty, a treaty that we will all make publicly with each other, a process that originally originated in Native American traditions of the Northeast, where for centuries quahog and whelk-shelled wampum belts were used to signify the mutual exchange of trust that takes place when commitments are made between peoples. So for the ritual, we're asking you to take a moment to reflect on this question. Then we're going to share our reflections, and then we're going to witness the commitment that we make to these reflections. So please take a moment to reflect on this question. What do you love and hope to never lose to climate chaos? And this is the part that you get to participate. So visit menti.com and enter the code on your screen. Or you can visit the link that we have there directly. And this is where we participate. So we're collecting our thoughts. What do you love and hope to never lose to climate chaos? Is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it your home? So we're going to take 7 minutes to reflect on this. Visit menti.com and enter the code and to participate. And then we're all going to come back together and share. Visit menti.com, use the code to participate. So we're going to take a few minutes to reflect. In the meantime, just visit the website and add your climate ribbon. What do you love and hope to never lose to climate chaos? It's really easy. Just visit the website. Tell us what you think. What do you love and hope to never lose to the climate chaos? So we're seeing some of our answers coming in. The ones I love. My home, Jamaica land, I love. Just continue to send in your answers. What do you love and hope to never lose to climate chaos? Bird song, the dawn chorus, the shade of forest trees. Love it. All right, we're just about finished with the reflection, so I'm going to turn back over to Aliyah. Aliyah? Leah, we're not hearing you, darling. You can still send in your answers. Don't worry, this is an ongoing ritual.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Aliyah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. I was saying, since we've had the time to reflect, we can now browse the messages that persons have written and choose one that really speaks to you. The whole purpose of witnessing each person's messages is that once you commit to that and them, that you will guard and protect their dream and their hopes for climate change and the environment's health overall. So even if you don't physically have your own tree, you can write it on a piece of paper or a ribbon.
All right, so choose the one that speaks most to your heart, whichever one resonates with you. I see the smell of the earth after rain. Definitely, definitely, definitely. The ozone layer, the ability to be one with nature. Whichever one you feel like speaks most to you, other than the one that you would have written. Just take it. Imagine that you're taking it off a tree. Because each ribbon becomes a leaf or a branch or a root, some part of the tree of life. So we're all adding our leaves to the tree of life. Just take another few minutes. You can still add your message if you haven't yet, using the link. In the meantime, just read through all of the ribbons. Whichever one speaks to you, whichever one touches your spirit, whichever one reflect something that you have on your heart that you want to express. Vast variety of foods. So when you take one, you're making a pledge, not just to protect your hopes, but also to protect a stranger's hope. And that is why the climate ribbon is so interconnected, because it's not just about us and our hopes and dreams, but we're affirming to each other that we're all in this together. We're affirming to each other that we're pledging to protect everybody's hopes, everybody's loves. We're doing this together. So this is where we're sharing. If we're doing this in person, this is where we'd be tying our ribbons to the tree, looking at the different ribbons, taking whichever one speaks most to you. Okay, I think by now everyone kind of identified which one speaks to them. And this is where we're all going to make our commitment together. So we're going to make an affirmation that says, I commit to, and then we'll speak whatever it is that we are committing to. So I'm going to take one and make my commitment. M is going to take one and make their commitment. And individually, wherever you sit, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whether you're at school, as we sit and reflect together, just take one and let this affirmation be more than just words. Let this affirmation be a commitment within ourselves, to our neighbors, to our friends. Let this commitment be our contribution to the tree of life. So I'm going to choose mine. So I commit to protecting the smell of the earth after the rain, because that one spoke to me directly. M.
Thank you, Eleanor. I commit to protecting the vast variety of food available for us all.
So wherever you sit right now, make your affirmation, make your commitment. You can type it in the comments as well. We can share that way. You can say it out loud. You can say it to somebody. You can have an accountability partner. Wherever you sit right now, make your affirmation. This is our contribution to the tree of life. This is a week of reflection for us. This is about thinking about how we're going to restore our earth, how we're going to protect our future, how we're going to protect the country that we love and create a new Jamaica. How we are going to have a life that's full of all of these things that we love after climate change. I commit to protecting the ozone layer. You can commit to more than one. It doesn't have to be one ribbon. You can commit to as many as you want. All right, so just make your affirmations right where you are. You can write it down, put it on your mirror, or just keep it close to your heart. Whatever it is you affirm, whatever it is you commit to, we're all in this together. We all have to work together. We all have to restore the earth together. So just take another minute or so to do your affirmations, and then we'll close out the ritual. So we have a few more affirmations coming in. All right, so we're going to close out the ritual today. We all would have made our affirmations and our commitments. So in closing, may these ribbons be our roots to the earth and to each other. May their strength help us to weather the storm. May we care for each other and be the protectors and champions of each other's hopes and dreams. May the solidarity we witness today be a foundation for our movement. May it weave our stories together and make our movement real. Together, our commitments weave a giant ribbon among all of us for a healthy, sustainable planet. Thank you for participating. Feel free to continue to add your thoughts to the Mentimeter. You can still contribute your ribbons. And I wish us all a very good afternoon and a very good Earth Week.